crowds packed into Russia's Olympic Luzhniki Stadium, really celebrating the annexation of Crimea, the 8-year anniversary of that, all the while Russia is continuing to threaten the territorial integrity of not only now eastern Ukraine, but across much of the country now, including the capital, Kiev. So we're really seeing these quite shocking pictures from Moscow now, crowds packed in, waving the Russian flag, a celebration of this annexation. Videos shown really celebrating the Russian military. But of course, this is important timing for Russia. We have heard reports from NATO and other Western officials that morale within the Russian military and even support from within Russia is waning. We have also, of course, seen protests in Moscow and St. Petersburg against the war. So this is really a show by the Kremlin to really bolster that support for the country, for the military, and for what it has described as a military operation in Ukraine. But of course, this is a full-scale war targeting what we've seen, civilian infrastructure, and bringing the country really to a standstill now. But of course, these pictures will come as quite a shock to those in Ukraine, seeing the celebration of an annexation, which of course brought about what we're seeing now just 8 years ago. And of course, for those in the Donbass region, which has been hit particularly hard by Moscow's invasion, this will of course be difficult to watch. Now, we are hearing reports that members of staff from the Kremlin, other state officials were actually pressured to attend this rally. They were bussed in. Now, CNN hasn't been able to independently verify these reports. But of course, this does fit into the narrative of the idea of Russia pushing this PR campaign as a sort of last-ditch effort, as we see that lowering of morale within the troops, and of course, a show of really opposition to the war by protesters within Russia as well. Eleni?
Yeah, Nada, I mean, I have to say, it's pretty surreal seeing these images, the celebration of the annexation. And this has been part of, you know, the sort of Russian propaganda machine in terms of justifying its invasion into Ukraine. And we know that they've been calling it a special military operation. They continue to do that on the public stage. And there you have it. That is President Vladimir Putin. He's speaking right now at this rally. Let's listen in. I don't think we have translation, but let's just listen into this.
And were guided by when they went to the referendum in Sevastopol in Crimea on the 17th of March 2014. They living on their own land, and they wanted to be reunited with their historical motherland, Russia. They had every right to do so, and they achieved their goal. Let us congratulate them on this great occasion. Congratulations. Over this time, Russia has done a lot to raise Crimea and Sevastopol. We had to do things that are not immediately obvious. They have a fundamental nature: gas supply, power supply, utilities, restoration of the road network, building new roads, new highways and bridges. We had to pull Crimea from the degrading position and condition that Crimea and Sevastopol were in when they were part of a different state, which funded these territories on a residual basis. But that's not the matter. The matter is that we know what to do next, how to do it, and at what expense, and we will implement all our plans. But it isn't merely a matter of these decisions. Crimeans and the people of Sevastopol did right when they put a barrier in the way of nationalism and Nazism and extreme nationalism. Because what was going in those territories is still going on. People who live in Donbass also disagreed with the coup. And immediately, punitive operations were carried out against them, and more than one. They were sunk into a blockade and constantly shelled. They were subjected to airstrikes. And this is what we call genocide. And to rid these people of this suffering and this genocide was the main reason, the main motivation, and the main objective of the operation that we began in Donbass and Ukraine. This was the objective. And this is when I think of the Bible. There is no greater love than if somebody gave their soul for their friends. And we can see the heroic deeds of our guys in the course of this operation. These words from the Holy Scripture of Christianity is something that is very dear to those who profess this religion. But everything is down to the fact that this universal value for all the peoples and all the confessions of Russia, and for our own people above all for our own people. And the best confirmation of that is how our guys are fighting in the course of this military operation, shoulder to shoulder, helping and supporting each other. And if the need comes, they will shield each other in the battlefield from the bullets as brothers. We have not had such unity for a long time. It so happened that the beginning of the operation, merely by accident, coincided with the birthday of
to help